Chosen one, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is not ordinary. If this message has reached you today, understand, your spirit is being called. Something is shifting around your name. This Sunday is not going to be a regular day. Heaven has already written a blessing with your name on it. You've been feeling a strange pull in your soul, a quiet expectation, a whisper that says, something good is coming. That feeling is not imagination. It is God preparing you for a breakthrough that will arrive suddenly, silently, and powerfully. Everything you lost, everything you prayed for, everything you waited for, heaven is aligning it at the same time. This Sunday marks the turning point, the day where delay ends and destiny begins. Before we go deeper into this divine message, you must do 3 things to open your energy to God's timing. First, like this video. Second, comment. Thank you, God, for choosing me. And third, subscribe to send your signal to the universe that you are ready. Your miracle is already moving toward you. Let's begin. If you want, I can write 3 more variations, shorter, more dramatic, or more emotional. Your spirit is feeling a quiet pull, because destiny is calling you. Lately, you might have felt something unusual inside you, a kind of soft pull, a quiet nudge, a gentle shift that you can't really describe in words. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's strong enough that you notice it. It feels like your soul is trying to get your attention. And the truth is, it is. This is what happens when destiny starts calling your name. God never begins a breakthrough with noise. He begins with a whisper inside your heart. You may have found yourself becoming calmer without knowing why. Things that used to bother you don't feel as heavy anymore. Situations that once triggered you now feel distant, almost unimportant. It's as if life is slowing down, just enough for you to catch your breath. That calmness is not laziness or tiredness. It's preparation. God is pulling you out of the storm so He can walk you into clarity. When a chosen one is about to step into a new chapter, their energy shifts before their life does. That shift is happening to you right now. Your mind is becoming clearer, your heart is becoming softer, and your intuition is becoming sharper. You might be thinking more deeply than usual, noticing signs you never noticed before, or feeling a strange expectation that something better is coming. That expectation is not your imagination. It's spiritual alignment. Your spirit can sense blessings long before your eyes can see them. It's like standing outside before a rainfall. You feel the air change before the first drop falls. In the same way, your soul feels the change before your life shows the result. This Sunday carries a divine frequency, a kind of spiritual intensity that only chosen ones can feel. You may not understand it fully, but your spirit does. It knows something big is approaching. And here's the interesting thing. When your breakthrough is close, your spirit stops fighting. You stop arguing with yourself. You stop stressing about timelines. You stop forcing things that don't feel right. You begin trusting more, even without proof. This trust is not accidental. God places it inside you as a sign that He is taking over. He's removing the pressure from your shoulders because He's about to carry what you couldn't. You might also notice that your inner voice, the one that whispers truth, is getting louder. It's telling you to rest, to stay calm, to prepare, to let go of fear. That's because destiny is speaking to you. God never calls you into a blessing with panic. He calls you with peace. That peace is already settling inside you, preparing you for the next level. This quiet pull you feel is not confusion. It's confirmation. Confirmation that your spirit has stepped into alignment with your purpose. Confirmation that you are ready for what is coming. Confirmation that God has decided to move you forward. Something big is unfolding for you, and your soul can feel it before your mind understands it. This Sunday is not just another day. It's the beginning of a divine shift that your destiny has been waiting for. Doors you thought were closed are about to open. Suddenly, there have been moments in your life when you tried everything, pushed with all your strength, prayed with all your heart, yet nothing moved. It felt like every door you walked toward was locked, every opportunity slipped away, and every plan that once felt promising suddenly stopped. You may have wondered, why does nothing ever work out for me? But what you didn't know back then was this: closed doors are not punishments, they are divine protections. Sometimes God blocks a path, not because you're unworthy, but because the timing isn't right. He knows what lies ahead, and He won't allow you to enter a place your spirit isn't ready for or meet people who don't deserve your energy. While you were questioning yourself, God was rearranging things behind the scenes. You saw delay, but heaven saw preparation. You saw rejection, but God saw direction. You saw failure, but He saw foundation. And now, something powerful is happening. This Sunday carries a different kind of energy, an unlocking energy. Doors that refused to open before will not only open, but open easily. Opportunities that disappeared may return. Situations that were stuck will suddenly start moving. A conversation you've been waiting for might finally happen. A message that changes everything might appear out of nowhere. A chance you thought you missed long ago may come back around, this time in a better form. What once felt like a dead end will show signs of life. A dream that felt impossible will start breathing again. Paths you thought were blocked forever will reveal new openings. This is the way God works, quietly, unexpectedly, and perfectly timed. When He decides it's your turn, nothing can stop what's meant for you. Not the delay, not the doubt, not the fear, not the people who walked away, not the mistakes you made. When heaven moves, everything else moves with it. You might notice things shifting faster than you expected. One simple change can lead to multiple breakthroughs. A single yes can erase years of struggle. A new connection can open doors you never knew existed. Life begins to flow again. The pressure lifts. The road becomes clearer. And you finally understand why everything took so long. God was waiting for this exact moment. Remember, closed doors were never the end of your story. They were pauses. They were shields. They were God's way of saying, not yet, but soon. And now, soon has arrived. This Sunday marks the entrance into your open door season, a time when divine timing replaces human effort. You won't have to push the same way you used to. The door will open because your name has been called. So prepare yourself. Expect good news. Expect movement. Expect breakthrough. Expect the unexpected. Because the doors you once cried over are about to swing wide, silently, suddenly, and in a way that proves God never forgot you. The chapter you've been waiting for is finally beginning. Your pain is turning into purpose. The waiting season ends now. There were days in your life when you cried silently, wondering why you had to go through so much. Nights when you felt completely alone, even when people were around you. Moments where everything inside you felt heavy, and no matter how hard you tried, nothing seemed to change. You questioned yourself, your worth, your path, and sometimes even your faith. But what you didn't realize then was that every bit of pain was preparing you for something greater. Pain is not punishment. pain is transformation. When God chooses a person for a higher purpose, He shapes them through experiences that deepen their strength and sharpen their spirit. You weren't being broken. You were being refined. Like gold in fire, like seeds buried in the soil, your soul was being prepared for a season of growth that required patience and endurance. The loneliness you felt was not a sign that you were forgotten. It was God pulling you away from noise so He could speak to your heart. The failures you experienced weren't dead ends. They were redirections towards something better. The tears you shed were watering the very seeds of growth you didn't even know you had planted. Nothing was wasted. Every moment had a purpose, even if you couldn't see it at the time. And now, the energy around you is changing. The long season of waiting, the season where you prayed, hoped, and kept moving forward despite everything, is reaching its completion. This Sunday brings a shift that your spirit has been sensing for weeks. It's like the moment before sunrise, when the world feels quiet, but the light is only seconds away. Your darkness is not permanent. The new chapter is already unfolding. The seeds you planted during the hardest days of your life are finally ready to rise. The effort you gave when no one was watching, the courage you showed when no one believed in you, the strength you used to get through the nights you thought you wouldn't survive. These seeds are now breaking through the soil. Growth is happening beneath the surface, and soon it will be visible to everyone. Your story is about to make sense in a way it never did before. The things that hurt you will reveal the lessons they were giving you. The people who left will show why their absence was necessary. The delays will show why timing mattered more than speed. Everything that once felt confusing will start connecting like pieces of a puzzle that finally form a clear picture. This Sunday is not just a date, it's a divine signal. The waiting season you've endured is ending. You are stepping into a time where purpose replaces pain, clarity replaces confusion, and blessings replace burdens. Your life is moving from struggle to significance. You didn't survive all that for nothing. You survived because you were being built for the very moment that is now approaching. Your pain had a purpose, and now that purpose is ready to become your power. People who walked away cleared space for the blessing. There are moments in life when someone's sudden distance feels like a personal failure. A friend stops talking, a relationship fades, a family member pulls away, or someone you trusted turns cold. You replay conversations, question your worth, and wonder what you did wrong. But what if you didn't do anything wrong at all? What if their leaving wasn't a loss, but protection? When God chooses a soul for a higher path, He does something that can feel painful at first. He removes people who cannot walk with you into your next chapter. Not because they were bad, but because they were not aligned with where your spirit is heading. Some people were attached to your old self, not the person you are becoming. Some were draining your energy without you realizing it. Some were limiting your growth simply by being in your space. Their presence would have slowed your blessing. So God gently and silently moved them out of the way. Think about a garden. If weeds stay, flowers cannot grow freely. In the same way, certain connections may look harmless, but spiritually, they were blocking your light. God saw conversations behind your back that you didn't. He heard doubts people had about you that they never said aloud. He noticed intentions that were not pure. Instead of exposing them, He simply removed them. And yes, it hurt. It confused you. It made you feel abandoned at times. But chosen ones rarely lose anything. They are protected. You don't lose people by accident. You lose them by divine decision. If someone could walk away from you easily, they were never meant to stay permanently. Their role in your story was temporary. Their purpose was complete, and their exit was necessary. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. Your spirit needed more room, your life needed cleaner energy, and your heart needed fewer distractions so God could prepare you for something bigger. This Sunday's blessing requires a space that is not overcrowded by people who don't value your growth. Only those who support your purpose can go forward with you. The emptiness you felt after someone left wasn't emptiness. It was space being cleared. Space for better relationships, space for supportive people, space for genuine love, space for opportunities that couldn't enter your life earlier, space for peace, space for the real you to rise without being held down. And soon, you'll look back and realize their absence became one of your biggest blessings. You'll see how much lighter you feel, how much clearer your mind is, how much stronger your energy has become. You'll understand that everyone who walked away made room for people who will walk in and stay. This Sunday is the beginning of a chapter where only aligned souls will surround you. The blessing coming your way needs purity, clarity, and peace. And now, your life finally has room for it. What left you was never meant to carry your destiny. What's coming will be worth every goodbye. Your faith has activated a level of favor you haven't seen yet. There were days you woke up with a heavy heart, wondering how much more you could take. Days when your mind was tired, your body was tired, and your spirit felt drained. You questioned your path, your strength, and sometimes even your purpose. Yet somehow, even in those moments of weakness, something inside you whispered, "Keep going. Things will change." That small whisper was faith. And even when your faith felt tiny, it was powerful enough for God to see. Faith doesn't always look like confidence. Sometimes it looks like taking one small step when you don't feel ready. Sometimes it looks like holding on when everything inside you says to let go. Sometimes it looks like believing in a future that doesn't match your present. You didn't realize it, but every time you chose hope over fear, even for a second, you were activating something in the spiritual realm. Your faith spoke when your voice couldn't. Your heart believed even when your eyes saw no progress. And that alone was enough for heaven to move. God sees effort that no one else sees. He sees the nights you prayed quietly, the moments you encouraged yourself, the times you refused to break even though you felt like you were falling apart. He saw you choosing love over bitterness. He saw you choosing patience over frustration. He saw you choosing trust over panic. These choices weren't small. They were spiritual victories. And now, God is rewarding the version of you who stayed true to the journey. This Sunday marks the beginning of a level of favor you haven't experienced before. Favor means things start working in your favor. Not by force, not by struggle, but by grace. Doors open without you knocking. People support you without you asking. Opportunities show up without you searching. Answers arrive without you overthinking. The kind of favor that surprises you because it feels effortless. Your faith has also activated something inside you, a fresh sense of clarity. Thoughts that were confusing will become simple. Problems that felt overwhelming will start shrinking. You'll know what to focus on and what to release. You'll feel guided, supported, and aligned in a way you haven't felt in a long time. This new level of favor also brings confidence, not arrogance, not ego, but a calm knowing that you are walking in God's timing. You'll stop doubting your worth. You'll stop questioning your abilities. You'll step into your day with strength, trust, and inner power. You won't feel like you're fighting alone anymore because you're not. You're entering a version of life that finally matches the strength of your spirit. A version where everything you believed in starts showing up in real form. A version where faith turns into visible blessings. A version where miracles feel normal. This Sunday is not a reward for perfection. It's a reward for persistence. You held on. You kept believing. And now, heaven is opening a level of favor that your heart has been waiting for. A divine shift in your mindset will happen this Sunday. There are certain moments in life when your mind suddenly feels lighter, clearer, and more focused, and you can't quite explain why. That's what is coming for you this Sunday. It will feel like someone quietly pressed a reset button inside your thoughts. The mental noise that once controlled you will begin to fade. The fears that used to hold you back will feel weaker. The doubts that once drained your energy will start losing their power. This shift isn't something you force. It's something God gently activates within you. For a long time, your mind has been carrying heavy thoughts, worries about the future, stress about the present, and regret about the past. You've spent nights overthinking things you couldn't control, and days trying to stay positive even when everything felt uncertain. But the truth is, you were never meant to carry all of that alone. God has seen how much weight you've been holding, and now He is stepping in to lighten it. This Sunday brings a spiritual realignment. Your thoughts will start moving away from fear and toward faith. Instead of imagining worst-case scenarios, you'll begin expecting better outcomes. Instead of letting anxiety run your life, you'll feel a quiet strength guiding you. Instead of second-guessing yourself, you'll feel clarity about what steps to take next. This is not just a good feeling. It's divine intervention. You may notice your reactions changing. Things that once annoyed you won't matter as much. Situations that used to trigger you will feel easier to navigate. You'll find yourself thinking more calmly, responding more wisely, and choosing peace more naturally. God is upgrading your mindset so that you can enter this new chapter without carrying old fears. Another part of this shift is identity. You'll begin seeing yourself differently, not as someone who barely survives challenges, but as someone who grows through them. You'll recognize your own resilience. You'll value your own strength. You'll understand that you are not weak just because you felt tired. You are strong because you continued despite the tiredness. This mindset is necessary for where God is taking you next. You'll also feel more grounded. Instead of feeling pulled in many directions, your heart will anchor itself in what truly matters. Your priorities will become clearer. The mental chaos will quiet down. And for the first time in a long time, you will feel like you again. Not the stressed version, not the confused version, but the real, aligned, steady version of yourself. This Sunday's mindset shift is spiritual, not emotional. It won't depend on good news, perfect circumstances, or people's behavior. It will come from within, from God adjusting your inner lens so you can see your life with truth instead of fear. You'll walk into the week with fresh confidence and a renewed sense of purpose. This is the beginning of a new mindset, one that supports your destiny instead of fighting it. God is preparing your thoughts for blessings you haven't even seen yet, and when your mind shifts, your entire life will start shifting with it. Blessings that were delayed will move fast. Now, you may have wondered why certain things in your life took so long, why opportunities slowed down, why answers didn't come, or why progress felt stuck. even though you were trying your best. It wasn't because you weren't worthy. It wasn't because God forgot you. The truth is simple. The timing wasn't aligned yet. Sometimes the blessing is ready, but you need preparation. Other times, you are ready, but the situation around you isn't. God aligns both at the perfect moment. Never too early, never too late. What felt like delay was actually divine timing. And now that timing is shifting, this Sunday brings a kind of spiritual acceleration that you haven't felt in a long time. Think of it like a traffic light that was red for months. Suddenly, it turns green. Everything that was paused, slowed, or held back starts moving again. Ideas begin flowing. Conversations start happening. People who once ignored you begin noticing you. Opportunities that disappeared return. This is what happens when heaven says, "Go." You will start seeing movement in areas of your life that have been silent for years. Something you prayed for long ago, something you almost gave up on, is already making its way toward you. And it's coming faster than you expect. When spiritual delays break, the physical world responds quickly. You might wake up one day and realize everything is different, lighter, smoother, more aligned. What once required all your strength will begin unfolding naturally. You'll also notice people showing up at the right time. People who support your dreams, offer guidance, or bring opportunities you didn't even know existed. These connections aren't coincidences, they're divine appointments. God is sending the right help now, because the season of waiting is over. Momentum is a powerful thing. When it returns, it brings blessings in clusters, not one at a time. You may experience breakthroughs in multiple areas: career, finances, relationships, health, peace of mind, all at once. It will feel like the universe is finally responding to your energy, your prayers, your patience, and your faith. This Sunday is a spiritual turning point. The heaviness that once slowed you down will lift. The confusion that clouded your decisions will fade. The uncertainty that made you doubt yourself will weaken. You'll feel yourself stepping into a phase where everything begins to flow more easily. You are moving from waiting season to movement season, from delay to direction, from stagnation to speed. Your journey is shifting gears, and this time you're not moving alone. Heaven is pushing you forward. Get ready, because the blessings that were delayed are not only coming, they are coming quickly. Your timeline is being rewritten. Your destiny is catching momentum. And this time, nothing will be able to slow it down. This Sunday marks the moment the spiritual blockages break. Your blessing is not crawling toward you anymore. It's rushing. And you are finally stepping into the season your heart has been praying for. God has already decided. Your life will rise from this Sunday forward. There are moments in life when everything shifts, not because you worked harder, not because you forced anything, but simply because God decided it was time. This Sunday is that kind of moment. Your breakthrough is not a dream, not a hope, not a maybe. It's a divine decision. Heaven has already signed your blessing. The path ahead of you has already been cleared. The only thing left is for you to step into what has been prepared. For so long, you lived in uncertainty. You wondered when things would finally get better. You questioned how much longer you had to wait. You tried to make sense of the struggle, the delays, the setbacks, the closed doors, and the emotional storms that seemed to come out of nowhere. But now, for the first time, everything will start making sense. God is about to show you the purpose behind the pain, the meaning behind the silence, and the blessing behind the delay. This Sunday marks the beginning of a new season in your life, one that carries a different energy, a different pace, and a different level of grace. You will feel more supported by the universe, more guided by your intuition, and more protected by God. The heaviness you've been carrying for years will begin to lift. Problems that felt overwhelming will start shrinking. Situations that confused you will become clear. You'll feel a new peace settling into your heart, a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a peace that comes from knowing God is in control. Your rise won't be noisy or chaotic. It will be steady, graceful, and undeniable. You'll start noticing small signs at first: a conversation that opens a door, a message that brings clarity, an opportunity that feels perfectly aligned. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your time has arrived. You are stepping into a chapter where things finally work with you instead of against you. Your faith will grow stronger, not because life becomes perfect, but because you'll finally feel God walking beside you. You'll trust your decisions more. You'll feel more confident in your path. You'll recognize your own power, your own wisdom, and your own resilience. You won't feel like you're fighting your battles alone anymore. You'll feel backed by something greater. This Sunday is the doorway to blessings you didn't even know were waiting for you. Unexpected opportunities, deeper connections, emotional healing, financial upgrades, spiritual clarity. All of these will start finding their way into your life. You are entering a season where God reveals why everything had to happen the way it did. The struggle wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. The delay wasn't denial. It was alignment. Your rise is already written. Your blessing is already approved. Your destiny is already opening. Nothing can stop what God has decided. No fear, no person, no situation, no obstacle. From this Sunday forward, your life moves upward, outward, and forward. This is your time. This is your season. And heaven has already decided your victory.